Good morning, my brothers and sisters. Welcome to episode number 6 in Be With Me in 1 Peter. Today's title is Stranger to Holiness. Yesterday's was Surprised by Holiness. And today we're going to address the strangeness of holiness. And kind of a bottom line is we're not supposed to be a stranger to the strangeness of holiness. Holiness is this sacredness, pureness, perfection. And Peter is going to tell people, because God told him, that we are supposed to be holy. You shall be holy, for I am holy. Let me just read it. I'm going to start with verse 15 today in chapter 1 of 1 Peter. But as he who called you is holy, you also be holy in all your conduct. For since it is written, you shall be holy, for I am holy. And if you call on him as Father, who judges impartially according to each one's deeds, conduct yourselves with fear throughout the time of your exile, knowing that you were ransomed from the futile ways inherited from your forefathers, not with perishable things such as silver or gold, but with the precious blood of Christ, like that of a lamb without blemish or spot. All right, so don't be a stranger to the strangeness of holiness. Let's define terms. First of all, holiness. It means sacredness, pureness, perfection. And it refers often to holy things that are devoted to a holy God. So in the Old Testament, it talks about tents being holy and furniture being holy and spaces being holy and places such as the temple being holy. And then in the New Testament, it kind of changes. And here, and as exampled here today, now it's holy people. He's saying, I want people, a holy people who are devoted to a holy God. And so places and things have been, devalued. The church is not a building. The church is people. It's a holy people. So would God rather have a holy candelabra or a holy tent or a holy temple? Or would he rather have a holy person? Clearly, he'd rather have a holy person. So his heart for you and for me is to be holy. Now, he starts with it as a command. You shall be holy, for I am holy. Yes, it is a command. But there's a heart behind it here, and his heart is that he wishes us to share in his characteristics. So it seems to me, and the word pleasure is not used here, but it seems to me that he's taking pleasure in his people resembling and representing him. So let's talk about fear, because the conclusion of this passage, let me just define fear. Fear is a good thing in a New Testament biblical way. It's awe-inspiring reverence. So this holiness that we're talking about, it's always in association with looking to God. He's the source of the holiness. He is the example of it. And as he has called you as holy, you are to be holy. So we are to be associated and contacting and having these touches with the truly Holy One. So nobody comes to him that ends up bowed down in some way or another. When we come to him, we understand who he is, who we are with respect to him, and in respect, in fear of him. All right, so we're to be a holy people, and we're to end up being a fearful people in a good way. So I want to talk about 7 excuses today. Here's number 1. Holiness isn't for me. Well, that's not what it says here. It says holiness is universal. It's for you and it's for us. It's a collective. It's children. In fact, in chapter 2, verse 9, he says he's building a holy nation. So a whole bunch of holy units. So holiness is for you. The question would be, are you in a people that's serious about this? Number 2, holiness is impossible. Well, you may be partially right there. It's certainly overwhelming, but yet he gives us the task. So are you in a people group who are trying, who are pursuing? I read an article this morning about one of our local football players, and his goal was just to be 1% better. And I kind of appreciated that about him. So, are we to attain perfection today? No, but probably we should move an inch, 1%. All right, third thing, holiness is unknowable. And the question would be, are you in a people that is knowledgeable about holiness? So he's given us the example. So it's as he who called you is holy. How do we know holiness? Well, let's turn to the one who called us to be holy. He's the Holy One, and he's used. So it is knowable in the sense that we know him. All right, number 4. Holiness is for later. No, the command here is now. There's almost an urgency for this. If not now, then when? When are you going to be holy? Number 5, holiness is for Sundays. Well, it says in all your conduct. So it's kind of a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday kind of a thing. It's for your toe, dipping your toe in holiness, and your foot, and your torso, and your head, and all your conduct. It's for all of you. Number 6, holiness is a private matter, except that it's not. It's a public matter, and it's even a fair question is, hey, has anybody noticed your holiness? That's a reasonable question. Private matter, no. It's your conduct, which is what everybody sees, should be evident. Number 7, and then this is the one that just killed me. Well, I'm already holy. Well, no. I think that's an inappropriate response. We're supposed to conduct ourselves with fear and with respect and with reverence. As he calls us to this, he calls us to conduct. And I think as we associate with him and as we learn from the true Holy One, we end up fearful, knowing that we've been ransomed and we have this life buoy of the precious blood of Christ. So I think, pride has no place in this. Are you kidding me, Lord? Really? This is what you want of me? This is what you want of us? What's plan B? What's the easy route here? Is there a junior version or a beta version? No. Call on him. He wants us to be holy. You shall be holy, for I am holy. Let's get our arms around that and not be strangers to holiness. No excuses today. Thanks for listening. See you tomorrow.